All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the AARPG. Well, fuck that part. Welcome to the Leftovers podcast. We already know we're old. I already know I'm old. I don't need everybody to remind me. And hello and welcome me, the host, and Matt, the PowerPoint guy. And tonight we have the pleasure of Clash of Crits. They joined us, and as you can see, they're ready to game. Unfortunately, this is an interview. So I had to make them put their books away and their dice away so we could actually get to know them.
Yeah, he made us do it too.
I was a son of a bitch, man. I threatened. Hi, Darcy. How are you? It's good to see you.
Strong written letter for you.
A strong written letter, strongly verbiage. I used the thesaurus and everything else. I even had using my Grammarly because I do have Grammarly. But anyway, so we're going to start tonight with them, and we're going to put up some banners. So if you want to check their Patreon out, it's www.patreon.com/Clash of Crits. Easy enough, right? And you can find them on X platform, Clash of Crits. If you just search for them, you'll find them. And if you do just a general Google search, they have Spotify, Apple, all sorts of streaming platforms you can see their content on. And they're much like us. They like the game and let everybody watch and see everything cool. Big campaigns on. Hello. And Kazumi, the boys.
Hey.
Yeah, so I figured that'd be something there.
Yeah.
Nice hat, by the way. I know which hat you're talking about, the orange one. Yes. And welcome, everyone. So now, as we always start on our podcast, I'm going to let these fine, upstanding citizens before me, these good people, introduce. Well, Matt. Okay, Matt. I'm sorry. I forgot. You're right. You got the
PowerPoint. You can't.
I can't escape the PowerPoint. I tried. So
right. I just want to. So again. So tonight we've got Clash of Crits. Just wanted to tell folks about what's coming up. The following.
Got two horns.
I told you.
What happened?
Roll.
Nice spells.
It's because we're on.
Oh well.
Yeah,
Crits.
the Viagra's hitting.
Oh, do you guys see what that? I'll be talking about that later. We're gonna get to that slide number 3 a little bit later.
That's a hard subject.
Yeah. And so far for February, we've got Andrew Park who's coming on to talk about Daggerheart. And 27th February, looks like we're going to have Initiative Zero. I'm super excited to geek out. They have a old school Palladium Riffs podcast that they do. And so that's where we're at. And for those TBDs, who knows, right? All right. So back to you, Sean.
All right, no problem. Hey, Technomancer Kyle, you can always listen later. It's awesome. And if you noticed on the bottom of that, we have a Gmail account if you want to get on. Matt should probably bring that up in the middle.
I mean,
we're
it's a mixed bag. I want people to reach out, but then it's like, okay.
Well, you set up the account.
We do.
You're gonna get spam for Manscaped and all that. Maybe some ads. We can make some money someday. Anywho,
I get a lot of emails from people who would like to help me with with our sound design, with our web design, with our. There's a lot of helpful people out there. I just want to say thank you to all the helpful people that send me a stream of emails about
Matt,
how
we
much
all know
they'd like
you
to help us.
We all know you need help. So, so I just do the voice guys, and I know I need voice work, so I don't want to talk anymore about it. But anyway, starting with our guests who probably want to talk about their adventures, if each of you go around, you can start. We'll start with Orange Hat Guy. That's your name right now. No, but start and just basically introduce yourself and say how you got into gaming and what game system you started with and what else do you ever feel like talking about, including the weather? Go ahead.
Well, Cleveland weather sucks. It's been better recently, but my name is Psycho. I am the designated dungeon master for our podcast. I got into TTRPGs when I was 18 by my brother's older friend, and it's been D&D, and it's been D&D prominent ever since. Really. Okay. And I've been a big gamer my entire life, so this is just another attachment to my life now. So I can't stop.
No, it's good. It's a good addiction. Thank you. Next.
I started playing D&D 4E, and I pretty much can say our next 3 stories are pretty much the exact same because us 3 started together, damn near, within a couple. Yeah, pretty much.
You and me a couple days.
Yeah, just being in your early 20s and you find something really cool and you guys are buying cases of beer and ordering a bunch of food and playing D&D that you for 16 hours sometimes.
Man.
Wow. No, that sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. Very, very good.
Yeah, very
Next.
stinky, greasy.
Yeah, no, it's smelly after 16 hours. It's
Yeah,
sweating in a room.
16 hours is wild.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
There's
And you
a-
don't
there's
pee.
a-
You don't pee either the whole time, right?
There-
You just
well,
sold
there's
it.
well, that's what the
You got
2 liter
bottles
bottles
for
are.
that. Yeah.
I was saying, that's what the 2 liter bottles are for.
Yeah.
The cycle.
Y'all can miss me with that.
We have a community
I'd rather be
bucket.
outside.
We have a bucket
Let's
with
go out
5
the window.
hoses.
I'll just stick my Johnson out the window. We'll be okay.
Hey, man, just get a hose and run it out the window.
Not the people on the other side of that window.
That's their problem, not
You
mine.
know, they'll just think it's a bird. Don't worry about it. A big bird.
Big ass bird.
Big ass bird.
That's a lot of pee for a bird. I didn't know
Huge
birds.
bird.
I didn't know birds peed. What the fuck? Okay. So
Slices
next
your car in
person.
half.
Yeah. Jeez.
Water pressure on 10.
I swear to God. My goodness.
I'm Drop a Crit. I have picked up D&D probably in my early 20s. Me and Psycho were like groomsmen at a wedding, and we got in an argument at a tuxedo shop. And he was like, "You're an asshole, so you should be perfect to play D&D with us."
Wow, that's a pretty low bar, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Next there, my good friend. Dan.
My name's also Kuma. So originally I thought D&D was trash. I was like, I don't want to be a part of that. That's garbage. I'm not going to waste my time with that. And then Psycho started a game with Chappie at my brother-in-law's apartment, which was 1 floor above my apartment. I caught myself in there every day, just drinking and like standing over the table, listening to like the story, and little by little doing a bunch of research. And within 3 days, I was hooked. And I was like,
Damn.
This is better than any other video game that I could ever play. I'm gonna be playing this forever.
Yes.
See, it's
And
insidious, right?
It is
They lure
insidious.
you in.
Yeah, it is.
Here's a drink. You don't have to play. You just hold
No,
the
no,
dice.
no.
You don't have to
Here.
roll them. You
Here,
just-
I've crushed this D20. Snort it. Go ahead. It's okay. It's good.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what it was. And I was like, damn, I want that first hit. I want that first hit again and again and again.
Yep.
It's the
He
black
wears
tar heroin of gaming. The gateway drug.
Adidas
All right.
track pants and white
Yeah.
beater and all.
But I could see by your group one of the prerequisites is growing a mighty beard, and I will give each of you
Yeah.
that,
Yes.
which is okay. Well, that's a good start. So, most people we talk to, most of our guests actually started when they were younger. You guys started in your 20s and you jumped right into it. And you went into with 4E, which is, when you started that system, did you guys find it was easy just to pick up the rules and stuff and character, or did it take you a little bit?
Yeah. So when we started with 4th edition, it was first a little bit with like my older brother, and we understood because of the gaming experience that we had, like with like tactical RPGs and things like that, because 4th edition is more tactical in its sense. We kind of picked it up fairly easy,
Yeah.
and I'd say, I mean, we loved it.
Yeah.
We didn't like convert to 5th edition for a while.
Yeah. And everybody said it was the worst one.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh wow.
4E ain't for the weak.
I love it. It's more
Yeah, okay.
aggressive.
4E, I think gets a bad rap. I mean, I think so. Did you guys all play like video games and stuff? Had you played
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
sort of like? So when 4E came out, to me, it was pretty clear. They're like, hey, there's like a gazillion people who are playing Worlds of Warcraft. Wouldn't that be great if we could get them to play our game? But that didn't make the game. Like I'm with you. I actually like some of the aspects of 4E. I thought, like it is. And for me, who also, I play a lot of video games too. It wasn't like, I got it. Like they're making this person the DPS character. They're making this person the control. All the same kind of things I understood from like role-playing games and other kind of video games was kind of worked in there. And I don't beat them up for trying to kind of modernize and capture a whole different group of people. Because early D&D, like the very early D&D, was based on a bunch of people who sat around and played old, like let's play Waterloo for the 500th time,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, jeez.
I wonder what happened then, right? But so the rules that they made fit with like the things they understood. So I think that like I said, I was pulling it out like the other day and reading through it again just because someone had brought it up in one of our shows, and I was like, I'm gonna go pull my 4E book off the shelf, and I like it.
Yeah, just from playing like video games, I felt like for all of us, it was pretty easy to jump into it. And then when we got into
interesting.
5e, it was hard for me.
Yeah.
It was actually really hard for me to adjust to 5e because I was so used to like video game culture and the way that we did things. And
Yeah, that's
4e like
interesting.
was easy to do because of that.
Yeah, it's interesting because me and Matt have had that discussion offline and even a couple of our podcasts about what you're saying, like video game and transitioning to TTRPG. And now we're talking about 4E, and you what you're describing is you plan it like in your mind, you're visualizing like a video game. Then you go to 5e, which is like, yeah, it is a different thing. It's a little bit more crunchy, a little more, and that would be an adjustment because my background, obviously, we didn't have the video games like that. I had Atari when I was a kid, right? Like punk, punk, yeah. And so the D&D was I watched Conan the Barbarian, and you watch these old school sci-fi, like the B ones movies were really great. Like Beastmaster, awesome movie. But then you play that, you bring it into the game, like you're reading fantasy books like Tolkien and whatever, and you're going into these worlds. So for us, it was a theater of the mind. And when video games came on to me, it was like, cool, I can play a video game that sort of reflects what I play in fantasy or in any sci-fi type of game we would play. I think that's an interesting topic because you're the first ones that have ever, you're the first person really I've ever said that I've talked to that's ever said, no, I played and I wanted it like a video game. And when I transferred to something else, it was a little harder for me. So that's interesting. And I wonder if you should how many other people share that insight. Just I don't know. Obviously, this is me speaking off the cuff, but I don't know, Matt. Maybe it's something we got to pursue more in one of our shows.
Yeah, no, this is a topic we talked with the guys from Pink Fohawk, Ben.
Yeah, that's right.
We might so be on the hook. We think sometime this year we'd like to do like a panel talking about like the differences between like what it's like to play a role playing game, pen and paper, versus play a role playing game on a video game or something
like Baldur's Gate or something.
Like Baldur's Gate or something,
or even like Fallout or something.
Because I think the video game thing, like I've been playing role playing video games off and on almost as long. I mean, because when I first started playing D&D, they didn't really have them, but very quickly Atari had a D&D game. Now it's off. I mean, it's really bad. It's like little pixels. And I think for me,
it was Venture. Yeah,
was that what it was? Adventure. Yeah,
Adventure.
So I don't. At that point, playing D&D pen and paper was so much better. But over the years, it's kind of sometimes it's a competition. And I like the fact that if you can't get a group, maybe you can't find people to play with, there's really good role-playing games out there on video that you can still kind of have a role-playing experience, but it's not pen and paper. But they're different, but I like them both. So, all right, that's enough of my spiel.
You sure? You got it all.
I'll probably bring it up again.
Bring it up again.
That's okay.
So now the next step I would ask you is like, okay, you guys jump into it, you start playing. The next leap, it's a big leap from going like sitting around a table and just rolling dice and describe your character to going, hey, let's expose ourselves to the real world, everybody who will look at us. And because some people are like me, I'm like, I had to do public speaking before my old job. So I'm like, I'm fine. And some, but some people are really getting nervous about it. So how'd you guys end up doing what you're doing now?
Well, for a long time, we've always kind of talked about doing content creation in some kind of way. And like I know me and Osakuma talked about it for a long time, and then it like gradually grew. And then when we started playing D&D, and we would just have so many like conversations just for hours of go on like debates, rants, things like that, whether it's D&D or not D&D, it could be related to sports, anime, comics.
Yeah.
And, there was a lot of times where we were just like, man, we would really like if other people can like see that so they can have like the input and things like that. And then it just kind of like, why don't we just start a D&D podcast to kind of like start it all.
Yeah, and another thing that like pushed into that was like, you know how you get together with your party and like if you're not playing, you start talking about things that happen in game, and it's all real to you. So like you're just talking about all these different things that happen, or somebody's a dumbass because they did this or whatever. Like, and you have like real grudges against them in real life.
Oh my God.
You did in a game, and you know, we'll be like in public talking about this stuff, and people are looking at us like we're crazy because we're talking about stabbing the shit out of somebody. And
Yes, there's been many a Denny's and there's a place called Chi-Chi's also that we would go and hang out. Right, and you forget because you're so into it. You're right. You're like, yeah, we took that guard and we killed him and hacked him. It's surprising, right? You know, like
we got to a point where we're just like, maybe other people might enjoy the stories that like we enjoy.
Yeah, because a lot of times people were asking us what the hell we were talking about, and why we were so passionate about talking about it.
It's. I'm going to tell you, it's like you talk about some of those grudges in gaming. You think, oh no, this will draft. 10 years from now, you guys will be, I remember you son of a bitch when you did this and blah, blah, blah. There's stuff we bring up now, like
daily.
Hold it right here. Petty's hand.
You hold it, man. You hold it in your heart forever. You take it to the grave. You'll be sitting up there doing a eulogy from your friend, and that son of a bitch, exactly. So but in some of the stories, they're really, I mean, if you listen to our friend, like our friend Malcolm, I want him to do my eulogy because he can make a rat sound like, and the noble creature observed it from the trash, plucked upon the world fresh eyes, having his cheese, ventured forth across the water of the, and, you can make you sound elegant. So I want to, but you build these worlds, and some of them are amazing, and people really enjoying it, and it's not bad to share them. I agree. But you talk about the backroom banter, like we talk about, you said 16-hour game session.
Yeah.
You play for about 8 hours, and the rest of the time you're talking about everything else, getting food, what's the soda, what pizza are we ordering, and then you're joking. Mm-hmm. So that's fun. I think that's fun.
It got to the point where we were just like, okay, we have an hour. Everybody go home, shower, get what you need, come right back. And like
for like 6 months, this went on.
Yeah.
Wow.
There've been moments where we like ordered like $200 worth of Uber Eats just to have it for the day. Just to have it for a day. Just to like, hey, I get off at work at 2 p.m. I'll be at your house at 2:30. I already got it ordered up. We got what? We did like 100 nuggets.
Oh my gosh, nice.
Like we did like 160 nuggets. 8 large fries.
It was a lot.
Oh no, it is. We've done that. We've done similar things. So get a big judge of Chinese food and you game all weekend. You go home, sleep, come back. We had a friend named Dan, and his curse was to us. He would bring a giant bag of M&Ms, like the big, huge, and he'd just drop it. Like, why did you do that? All that
to
sugar.
this day, the peanut M&M is my table snack of choice.
Yeah, he drops it down, and you just sit there and getting that sugar rush, keeping going when you're younger. Now it doesn't work as much.
Jolt Cola.
Jolt. Oh God, Jolt. Oh. Right. So one of our friends got a heart murmur from Joel, I think. Jesus.
So you guys mentioned
too much caffeine is a bad thing. You're still young enough, but when you get older, you get jittery. Like, what's wrong with me? It's just your body gets a little tired of it, I guess.
You'll have to manage your caffeine.
Yeah, man. Just do a bunch of jumping jacks. Right?
I got in trouble for falling asleep all the time at the games.
Oh right? God, yes, it was awesome.
So it got so bad that I actually quit. I quit drinking caffeine for an entire year after this big weekend because they literally would have to come and like wake me up. I'd walk to the table, roll my dice, go back. Like I couldn't hang with the group anymore. I was like, so I was like, I'm gonna quit drinking caffeine, and in 11 months when we come back to play, I'm gonna drink a bunch of caffeine. I'm gonna be up all night. And so I was like, that's how dedicated I was. Like, I don't want to miss anymore. I'm like falling asleep. So
yeah.
So you guys you play D&D. So the podcast is primarily, is it a homebrew setting, or you guys use a mix of like established and homebrew?
So it's a mix. So I did essentially a prequel campaign with also Kuma, Drop a Crit, and a couple of other friends. And the reason why I did that is because, being a DM where you're constantly creating things, different campaigns and things like that, I know that like I'm one brain, so sometimes I can get static with what I create. Something, too many similarities, things like that. So I wanted people to be able to influence this world before it was actually really created, because these guys are going to think of the dumbest thing that I couldn't even possibly I couldn't fathom. And it did happen. It happened many times. And so I wanted to make sure that there was a world already established and had history of those kind of actions before it came into podcasts. So I took the Tyranny of Dragons campaign setting from 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons and had them run through that and put their own like influence into the world. And then in the podcast, it is in that world 200 years later after the fact.
Yeah, but that didn't
Okay,
last
so
long.
based on the stuff that they did,
That didn't last long at all.
Yeah, no, it didn't last. Okay, yeah. Let me clarify. I tried running a campaign, and it didn't work. And then it was just us. It was them in the Sword Coast, in the Forgotten Realms for a little bit, and then it essentially altered like the world. Like it's not even called like the Sword Coast anymore. It got converted to these dragons, and like the culture has grown from its original place. So it is homebrewed on top of the original D&D material.
Yeah, I was playing like Nathan. Every single plan that we had got thrown right out the window.
Yes.
And I was just wreaking chaos on everything.
I love that. That's one of my favorite things to do.
So you're the chaos agent, which statistically that means someone at that table is the planner. Who's the planner?
I share that with Chad.
It's all three of us.
It's all three of us.
So there's no planner.
There's no planner between the three of us.
Oh my God, you're totally screwed. You're just screwed. In some ways,
it's nothing but fuck, pussy, dick, bitch. It's all that.
We throw spaghetti at the wall to a stick.
We got to a point where we felt like when it came to planning, we got too paranoid and we were just overthinking everything way too much. So when it came to the podcast, we're go with the flow, fuck it, what happens. It's gonna be great content. And that's basically just what we do now, and we get fucked over for it a lot.
All the time.
No, I know how that feels.
I see your GM crying in the corner over there.
No,
There's been so many times.
I've been the agent of order before, and I've left a game for a session and come back, and it was chaos, and the games master went, "Yeah, you were gone for a week, Sean," and they just went off to the left, and now everything's messed up. I'm like,
the campaigns were also.
I'm like, all right,
the Dungeon Master.
Yeah,
and like we played times where it also comes to Dungeon Master, and I would miss a single session, and then everything was ruined. Everything was ruined.
Well, all right, guys, everything's perfect. Next session, we're going to go in. We're going to get the gold, save the lady, this and that. Come back. What happened? Lady's dead. Gold's gone. We're being sold by dragons as sex slaves.
There was one time where I was the GM, and Psycho missed a session, and when he came back, they were in a different country.
I had to play this.
Oh, fuck. That's a lot of activity.
They dropped all their problems and said, fuck it, we're going to go to a different country and we'll deal with it there.
While their families in homeless got ran over by conquerors.
Wow. There should be consequences for that in the game.
And so I had to play with guilt because I'm like, I couldn't even justify my character being along with that.
That's fine. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. No, it's not actually. I'm just kidding.
It's funny
So if you kept the same, like from starting your D&D, first game system, if you kept that world, I see you have some cyberpunk on here. So let's stick with the D&D now. Have you kept that world or changed worlds at all?
So when I got these guys into it, it was when we did like 4th edition, everything like that. It was because of a bunch of weebs. And the way I got them into it is because there was an anime that we all loved. What
anime? It
was called Fairy Tail.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah. It's a parody of like shonen anime. So it's a bunch of like, they're called wizards, but they're just dudes who fight each other, and they have like quote unquote magic and everything like that.
But they just make shit up.
It was crazy. It was crazy balls to the wall. There was no actual rules in like their world, so it was just it was a fun way to like make a like D&D of it, and we used like edition for it.
It was a world with a bunch of spellcasters and competing guilds.
100%.
I got you.
Yeah. And so we did that our first campaign. That was like 5 years, I think.
We ran it for like 5 years.
Yeah, we ran it consistently. Like that would be the only one for like 3, and then like it took roughly 5 years to finish because like we went back to it to finish it out. And I
think it was 3 generations. If you had everything,
Yeah,
three generations
it would be
within.
like 3 generations of the story of the characters that transpired through it.
Yeah.
So we've played a few worlds to it. This one would be like the newest large one that we made together. Probably probably like in 2020 is when 2021 is when we started like creating
Slowly like developing
slowly developing
Yeah.
the world until then we released in
during the OGL debacle, which was fucking awesome.
Yeah, we officially,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
we
Oh,
officially
no.
released the weekend of like a week or two before the OGL debacle happened. So we didn't even know if we were gonna like have a podcast.
Yeah.
Because
No. We had released our D&D game the same
I feel
time.
your pain because we flip systems a lot, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it was we released our second chapter of our D&D game, and like literally we released one episode, and then the OGL thing. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Right?
Yeah, that's
it's
scam.
like of all the bad timing. Now we're doing this D&D thing, and everyone's pissed. But good thing is people have short memories.
Yeah.
That's true. We were afraid we were gonna have to scrap everything and then move to like Pathfinder because that would have been the closest thing to what we were doing.
Yeah.
Trust
I
me.
immediately bought the Pathfinder books. I was
We
just
did.
like, here we go.
we were worried. I mean, because we had like some recorded content we put up before, and we're like, and so we were like, so for the next iteration of our D&D game, it's actually going to be a different system because of that. Matt's trying to figure out because it's his game. So we're trying to figure that out. That is a challenge, though. So you've been playing in this. You've done a few iterations of the world. But I noticed if you played any, I think you have, but you played any other systems besides D&D?
Oh yeah, I mean we played Cyberpunk is one of them. We've
Fate.
played Fate, and Fate is another one that we're really we're kind of like getting pretty invested in now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played Pathfinder with on and off mic because we played in Big Campaign's world
Yep.
as guest
Mhm.
stars, and then even out we played a little bit of 2E, technically Starfinder with Techno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tales of the Valley.
Oh yeah,
Tales of the
Yeah.
Valiant
Valiant.
is another one that we played.
Tales of the Valiant. Oh, that's
Yes.
classic.
Yeah.
No, I played Starfinder and Pathfinder and all that. That's it. That's good. So you've expanded upon the D&D world. That's good. That's good. Given that you've played some more games, is D&D still your favorite system, or are you warming up to something else now?
I would say that personally, like D&D, yeah, but I am a big Tales of the Valiant fan because like I'm also just a big fan of Kobold Press, so I probably have a little bit of a bias. I have also done Warhammer Fantasy
Ooh.
myself, so I've taken a liking to that and the Warhammer 40K Fantasy as well.
Yes,
So
brother.
We
Come
also
with me,
played
brother.
Anime 5e as
Yeah,
well.
so, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anime 5e. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
40K is
the-
brutal.
40K is
40
amazing. I love it.
The 40K one. So which one? I've got which one do you of the 40K ones? Dark Heresy, or which? Because I think there's like different flavors. Like I've got like Dark Heresy.
What is it? I think is it the Wrath of Glory? Is that what it's called?
I am not sure.
It might
It's
be
probably
connected.
a new system.
Yeah,
I bet.
it
I bet it's a
is-
new edition.
Yeah, it's a newer edition by the people who Cubicle, I think they're called, the people who do
Okay.
Warhammer 4th edition. They now started doing a 40K variant of their stuff. So,
Okay, all right.
and I think they're inspired off the Dark Heresy, which that's the stuff that came out a while back.
Yep. Yeah, it's a super cool. I love that setting.
Yeah.
I hope that what is it? Is it Amazon or whoever? I hope they work out whatever they need to work out.
Henry
with that.
Cavill. Yeah.
Whatever it is, I don't care. Just work it out and let's get some good content. I want to see
Yeah,
some
they got,
awesome
like,
40K stuff.
Death Watch, Dark Heresy, Rogue Trader, Black Crusade, Only War. No, those are the old ones. So that's not
That's the
even
old
some of the new
ones.
stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That doesn't even include the newer stuff they've done. Because there's so many others like Jesus Christ, Final Testament, No Surrender, Hammer of the Emperor. All of them,
I love
all of
it.
them sound like we're gonna go fuck some shit up now. Yeah, that's all. But that's what Warhammer basically is. It's like go mess some shit up. It's like we're gonna develop our characters. No, we're gonna go crush some orcs or some void, whatever, the warp or whatever it's coming
The
at you.
Voids.
Are you
Void.
guys D&D?
I kind of don't care what I'm playing as long as I get a role play, whatever it is.
Mhm.
So I can't say that I actually have like a real favorite. It's just playing whatever character I make.
You're a true addict. Good, good. That's very good to know.
Or a psychopath.
Yeah.
I'm
So
kind of like
you're-
Chappie. I don't have like a real favorite, but right now, if I say which one I'm itching to play
Mhm.
more, definitely Anime 5e. I think I like Anime
Mm.
5e system better.
All right. Yeah, I haven't played that, so
I really enjoy D&D, but I think that, because I've always been a mechanics is second when it comes to like role playing first, mechanics 2nd, and I'm real big on like lore and like storytelling and role playing. So I think so far, I mean, we haven't dove into it too deep, but I think Fate is one of my favorites.
all right. No, that's
yeah,
fair.
and I have not. It's interesting. It's so funny that there's so many games because I feel like I've played tons, but I have not played Fate.
Yeah,
I
neither
have
have
not played Tales of the Valiant. So these are games I'm not familiar with. So I'm interested to hear. So what is Fate?
Yeah, what
like?
system is it? Is it a D20 system or is it like something else?
It's D6, like
Mhm.
mosaic, like
What is it called? The pluses and the minuses.
yeah,
on it.
it's a D6 system. So it's
Yeah,
like with
okay.
the dice, they call them fate dice specifically, where there is a success, a none, or a failure, and you roll
okay.
a set amount. You roll 4 dice, and you get you either get minuses or negatives, and then you add your modifier to it. It's pretty much like you roll a -2, but you have a +3, so you get a 1 success.
Oh, okay. I get that. It's that type of. I'm familiar with that. Oh, this is a term we've developed. It's called polygamer. So you are another polygamer.
Polygamerous.
Yeah, polygamerous.
Polygamerous.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good,
Absolutely.
Darcy. Very good. Because that is a term. Because there's not many monogamous gamers we found. In the systems world, we're all just running around trying to be happy with one or another game system. I found.
So
Now-
given that you guys have played so long together, do folks fall into certain kind? I've joked about like Nathan always playing like kind of either a crazy vampire or he likes to play a lot of tinkerers. People tend to, after a period of time, fall into certain kind is there a certain kind of class or type of character that you guys tend like it's your go-to?
Okay.
Okay.
Class barbarian because I like to hit stuff. So any like martial classes, I'm 9 times out of 10, and I try my best to role play, but sometimes I drift back into just being me. And sometimes
That's all right.
Yeah. I think so for me it's kind of like when you play a video game and you're just like, oh, this character is so cool and what they do is awesome, but then when you play you're like, I suck with this character, I have to use a different one.
Yeah.
So like in my mind I'm like, I love druids, I love what they can do. I like the magic, the shape shifting, everything. It's so dope. But then in reality, I like to just run up and punch something. So
Yeah, no.
so we've realized that though I didn't admit it, my favorite class is fighter.
Yeah, that's real.
yes, 100%.
Don't lie online.
Because even if I play a spellcaster, I'm not casting a spell.
Oh fuck no, never.
I need to run up to the bad guy and punch him in the face.
Hit him with the spell book. Just crack him.
Yeah, basically.
I'm
You
a
just play
druid.
a
I'm
fi-
going to hit you with the stick.
You should just like play a fighter who wears like wizard's robes, carries a bunch of books, It's like, but when fight starts out, you just start punching everybody,
Okay,
That's
but what
awesome.
about the other two? What do you?
Yeah.
So I would say that this is definitely because Oso is a GM and
Mhm.
Psycho is a GM. I feel like they're actually more qualified to answer these questions because me and Droppa are just players, and Oso's usually like a probably like a 40% GM.
Oh, I can tell you guys what
Yeah, so
you guys
we can sit here and lie to you. We're lying to you right now.
We're all lying.
I
dude.
would
That's
say
okay.
we're lying.
Yeah, I told the truth.
Maybe Psycho
Damn.
will tell the truth for real.
So would you say that
Well,
players tend to end up doing the same things without even realizing it?
Yeah.
Chappie will play a character that refuses to commit to anything but what they want to do.
Okay.
Droppa was admitting that his character does come out a lot where it's ended up being him playing. So he's supposed to be playing a soft spoken character. Next he's just like, no, fuck that. No, that's not happening.
You a bitch, I'm gonna kill you. What they do?
I have animosity, my character have animosity.
And also Kuma loves to go against the grain.
No, it's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I do.
Well,
if there are rules in place, I like to find a way through those rules.
Well, let me make you feel better because like we were playing live and somebody goes, "Oh, you're playing Sean again," and I'm going, "What?" So it's like a certain Sean character I play. Like I have a Marine background and some other backgrounds, assertive, and I was like, we played Twilight.
It doesn't take much to tip him right back into Marine. It's always under the surface, right?
So we were playing Aliens, Destroyer Worlds, and I took the Marine leader, and I'm like, his character's Green Bean. He's like, Sergeant, I'll do this. What is with you, Green Bean? You are a fuck up. I will see you die if you get us. And I'm just going. And people are like, holy shit, where did this come from? It's like, there's a deep, dark pit of me. They drill into you at Paris Island. It never goes away. I was never a DI, but you remember that. And it just came right. And Matt's like, it just comes back. I go, God, yeah, it does. It's really, do I need therapy? I mean, what's going on? But yes, I struggle too. I like it. I try to play a different type of character and I try and do it but I got so pissed off for a couple of recent games. I told Matt could quote me on this. I said, that's it. I'm going back to old school. I'm taking in charge. We're going to do stuff the right way. I'm tired of this shit. We played 100 episodes and getting into 2 rooms. I'm tired of it. It's, stuff like that. So I get it. Matt tries to play some different. Matt has played some different characters, but I'm more. It's your comfort zone, man. It's like comfort food. It's okay. It's okay. It's that donut you got to eat. It's okay. It's good for you.
I love how you say you got to eat. I love it.
And I guess
here you go. Do a custom strength-based wizard. There you go. That's where you go.
Well, actually, he's already playing somebody that is based off a wizard and a barbarian combined.
Yeah.
So wow, that's cool.
He's already doing something like that. I would say, if I had to say for myself, and you guys can say because you've played with me when I'm a player, I know that I like to play
sad characters,
eccentric. That they have like one focus about them.
Yeah.
That's all they're fixated on. Whether it's them, they're fixated on trying to look cool. Whether it's they're fixated on their job. Whether it's fixated on doing the right thing. They're characters that have like that one thing about them that's like unbending.
No, that's true, and I think everybody. That's not true about everybody, but every character, each of our friends plays a character. And they all have the same quirk. We have one friend that will always go off to the side, hide, or go to the rear and do something. We have one friend that'll have some secret task they're doing. We're all aware of it. We're metagaming, but we don't metagame. We're like, okay, there's going to be some secret thing they do. Nathan does what Nathan does. Matt gets a little over. I try and do different stuff. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But it's like everybody does something unique, and you just can't. I don't think you can get away with that. But I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing because that's sort of part of the. Tony, this is our friend Anthony. He plays with us. He is an Italian, so every character he plays has a meatball. Every character has a meatball or some tiramisu or something. That's what you have, Anthony. Okay. All right.
Not his character, him.
Oh, him. I'm sorry. Yeah,
he ate an entire
tiramisu one game
session. An entire tray
live,
like one of those dishes, right?
Yeah.
It's just
right in front of us.
Poor Nathan's got to edit this whole. It's just like the whole time.
It's great. Look at the best kind.
Yeah, my character in AARPG is an Italian as well.
I know, but he has not tried to rob us or to get graft money from us, so I'm pretty happy about it. So we're going to take a segue. Thank you, Anthony. And Anthony is laughing, so I'm going to be alive when I wake up tomorrow. And I'm going to we're going to segue to Matt's.
Oh my
pushing.
Right. So, this is where I hawk stuff. So, hey, guys, if you're enjoying the show and you like the support, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that other stuff. You can head over to our website. You can read more about the cast. You can check out our shows, and most importantly, you can go to our store where you can find a nice assortment of, what did you guys call them? Subpar.
I did subpar shirts.
Subpar shirts. This was like 2 weeks ago. They're like subpar, and I'm like, then he's
the
like,
hoodies are good.
These are subpar. now go ahead and do the advertisement. So I'm like, okay, well, here's our subpar shirt. Here's our
The hoodies are good. The hoodies
but
good.
this is original
Order
art
one
from
size
our,
larger for the shirt.
from our
I'm just gonna say.
dragon. But yeah, well, you know, guy, look, just be honest with yourselves.
This
Order
polo's
one size
nice.
larger. One size larger.
No, man.
So original artwork from many of our different shows and different designs. So go on out there. We earn pennies on every sale. So that's my my thing there. Also, I just wanted to go back just to say what a good group of fellows. this picture ages well.
Look like you're getting mugged by a geriatric guy from Mike.
This is from Gen Con in 2024, and I think that we just want to appreciate you guys for being such good spirits. And since Nathan hasn't hopped on, I just thought it would be nice to include him in his own creepy way.
Nailed it.
Trying to lure us into an alley.
Yo, it just looked like Nate's trying to sell his crack.
Well, you know, I wish I could play I don't know if the audio would work there, but yeah, his whole thing is like, hey, come on. He's just, and I just
come on in the
always
alley.
wonder like what other people thought was going on.
It's a little over enthusiastic, I think. You know, he's trying too hard.
Trust me. Come on.
Come on in the alley. I'm from Maryland. No.
So
Wow.
yeah, right. So that's I really want to take a quick. We're known for going down some like take a left field. So I would just like to take this moment to maybe educate our viewers about this.
Oh my God!
Why'd you do this?
Why?
I am
Let's go
not sure. I never remember how to do this, but so if you could maybe explain what
is that?
This
What in the
is.
name of God and all?
Because
holy
this
is that?
this was a real educational experience for me, and we joke a lot about like drinking and stuff like that. But can you tell them a little bit about Jepson's Malort?
Demon semen.
So I just remembered they took the devil
Yeah, they're trying
surgeon.
So we have a table rule, and it's something that we create that we started a long time ago called the Death Elixir, which is
Dog shit.
yeah, it's dog shit, but that's the intention. So the players get a chance to re-roll a bad roll that they want, but they have to take a shot of something very bad. It started with this like hot pepper vodka and mint whiskey combination that we had. It was called like fire and ice. It was like it did something weird to your stomach and your head at the same time. It was not okay. And then it gradually grew and grew, and then we found Malort.
Yeah, we were like, when we were starting the podcast, we were like, you know, maybe it's time to step into big boy territory, and maybe this fire and ice thing just isn't enough.
Stop.
So, after a long Google search on what is the worst liquor in the world, we found Chicago.
Oh my God!
And dude, Malort is terrible, but like they drink that shit for sport in Chicago, apparently.
And,
Oh wow!
And now we create a combination of it. So it is 1 part Malort, 1 part mint vodka, or just 1 part Malort, 1 part mint liquor, and then 1 part pepper, like some hot liquor of some sort, essentially. And it is a horrible disgusting about the taste. And yeah, now we're throwing we
upgraded it again.
We upgraded again, put this little bit of chili oil that inspired us when Jeff from Big Campaign sent us this oil, this like hot sauce oil for it. And it's something that we've been using for it, and it's taken it to an even worse level. And it is
sometimes you got the little floaters of the flakes in there and everything. Oh,
I'm glad I, as a DM, that I barely have to take the shot because they're the ones trying to survive, and it's fine for me.
Can you see my face over there? Like, is it like good resolution? Because that's how I feel.
You got that dead man face. It's it's like, I want to tell you. I'm going to tell you, you're on the route to get the pens by 50. I'm just saying.
What did you guys, when you guys were like, and just as how this thing works, like I don't know, the psychology is when someone presents, because you guys had that at Gen Con, right?
Yeah.
And you warned us.
Oh, you drank it anyway. Oh, brilliant.
Well, I can't. What are you gonna do? It's like, what's that?
Say
was it
no.
Marty McFly, right? Like, call me. Like, you can be like, this is the worst thing. We dropped some dog shit. You know, are you gonna take a shot? I'm like, yes, I'm gonna take one shot.
Next time you need to talk about this, you can just blame it on the liquor we served you beforehand.
About to say, and you kiss your wife with that mouth.
What was it? It was like did you guys put like some chocolate? There was something in there, right?
It was a chocolate mint whiskey.
Yeah,
mint.
So,
what?
Yeah,
so you get when you first drink it, it's like chocolate mint. But what was it? It's the aftertones of burnt tire.
Oh, Jesus!
Get her earwax.
Oh,
yeah.
And you just get that numbing because it's like gasoline. Malort is like gasoline. It's terrible.
Thick gasoline.
But that's awesome. You guys, so you've created this sort of thing. This is one of your gaming rituals, though, right? This is something that you guys. That's awesome.
Some people create better rituals. I'm just saying something that's positive, helps build character. You guys just, I admire your courage at tearing yourselves down with this. It just makes me all warm inside to know that somebody else does that.
It's set up so that because
there's a contingency technically.
Yeah, like we always are just like damn, we fucked up. We need to do this. We need to do that, and then. Like Psycho was like, well, I mean, you don't have it. You can't reroll. Like it is what it is. And then we finally came up with this, and it's such a punishment that it's almost not worth getting a reroll.
Yes.
And if you throw up, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the contingency. So they have to wait 60 seconds to do any kind of chaser.
I love that.
And if they happen to like throw up a little bit or anything like that after they take the shot, then it is null and void, and they just took that shot for no reason.
It almost happened to me Sunday.
I'm trying to get it to happen.
It almost happened to me Sunday. I had to take a shot. So we can get. We have the rule now where we can take 2 shots for rerolls and encounter.
Yep.
And I fucked up on my first shot. I rolled low again, and I had no other choice but to take 2 shots back to back.
Oh.
And I was kind of shaking in my chair looking at the second shot because I was like, I know when I take this shot, I'm gonna throw up right away. I didn't, but I almost did. It was hard.
And of course,
you gotta have like really like rich, greasy like snacks at the table with it too. Just like all the everything.
I don't know if that'll help with that.
No, it's not. I'm from the GM to try to like
Oh yeah, you said Matt to say this. Yes, of course. I forgot.
We have an oil floater now. It coats everything.
Yes,
even when it comes out.
Nothing's more worse.
You know, you went where I was going. I was just about that was the next comment.
Nothing's more worse than rolling 2 trash rolls, taking 2 definite shots, and then rolling a 3rd trash roll. It's nothing more worse.
Oh,
because I promise you that first burp is going to destroy your whole mental ability. I promise you, it's gonna shake you to your core. You're like,
You're at home late at night getting ready for bed, and you just accidentally burp, and you taste the entire shot all over again.
I just having been a drinker of heavy liquors before, I know what that feels like. Not this particular thing, but God damn, that's impressive. I like that. That's a good punishment rule, almost like okay, I'll let you re-roll to save your friend, but you have to drink this. Like,
this part of the show brought to you by the Chicago Tourism or the Chamber of Commerce,
showing you what the worst thing to drink is. You know,
it's crazy.
Sorry, I had to digress.
You look it up; they drink it for sport out there. I don't know if they hate themselves or what. I guess it puts extra hair on your chest. I don't know.
It gets cold up there, man. They drink it in the winter to keep warm. That's
I
all
guess
it is.
so.
I freeze.
You're just put me in ice, man. Just put me in ice. I'll freeze down, man. I'll jump in the cooler. Forget about this stuff.
Didn't we make an AARPG drink?
Yes.
Oh,
we made the yucca juice. That's right.
We made the yucca juice.
Oh, we actually
the yucca juice.
You made the yucca juice?
Yeah, we made the yucca.
Go grab the juice.
Holy.
I almost died.
We still actually have it because we've been letting it ferment, and we plan on actually drinking it at some point.
It's all right, man. It's not bad.
It is.
It's not bad. Get it really cold though before you drink it. You gotta have it really cold.
Look at
Oh
that.
my gosh. You get
My
those.
God.
You're just letting those lemons
They live there now.
age.
Yeah.
Now you got to eat the lemons. That's the. Oh, God.
The lemons are still good in there and everything. It's
Yeah.
Of
You
course,
could take the
nothing
lemons and it's good for your skin. Rub it over
It's
your
the
face
power
and eyes.
power of vodka.
I don't believe you, sir.
No, really. Why would I lie to you? It's
I don't believe you.
I was
not like you don't
scrolling
know
on
where I
TikTok.
live. I'll never
right.
run into you. Well,
I was scrolling on TikTok and I seen Nathan's always posting. So
oh yes, yes, yes.
yeah, so I seen that you guys were doing like your game
Geek
where like you
weekend.
guys go rent a cabin
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah.
And you guys are all together.
Just a bunch of guys, a hot tub, and some gaming
Yeah.
dice, right? It's
Hey, that was actually
nothing to
just-
see here.
Yes, and in that video, you guys were talking about yucca juice and how you shouldn't make it and shouldn't drink it. And I was like, oh, this is perfect for the group. I messaged Nathan. He sent me the recipe. And I guess I didn't read it correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's okay. It's okay.
Because we left the pretzel bits in there because we thought that that was the intention of it.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
Oh, whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah,
so
Okay.
like we ate all the pretzels, and then we thought that
Yeah, we were like, oh, we're not supposed to rinse it out. So the pretzel bits and the salt at the bottom is part of it.
You know, the salt
That-
might
that
be
salt-
a good,
that
but the
salt
salt might be a
thing.
good thing to
Well,
it.
you know what? That
Terrible.
hard. It's gonna dissolve. It'll be dissolved by the time
Oh,
you drink
well,
it.
It is.
At
you
first,
were able to taste it.
At first, it was bad. It was liquid pretzel. It was real bad. And then now it's like the last time we took a little bit just to see how it's changing, and it's like a good Lysol. It's,
Oh, jeez. No,
So what we've really given you is a good cleaning recipe, right?
This is
Actually,
a-
Carl had full head
this
of hair
is-
when he started this.
but
shit.
we're thinking about possibly taking this to Gen Con
For you guys.
for you, so you guys can drink it with us.
It'll be 2 years in the making. 2 years.
2 years old.
Jesus.
It's 2 years old. It's peak.
So, I'm going to choose to go to this Gen Con. I'm going to be walking like, hey, this is great. And you guys are going to come out of an alley. Hey, Sean. I'm like, oh, crap. We got to drink this shit. Okay.
Yeah, we'll give you the death elixir, and then you can chase it with the 2
Yes.
years.
I might need to chase it with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
Actually-
That's a good idea. That's thrown up right away.
That's going too
I hate that for all
Nah.
of us, actually.
I have a pretty strong constitution with most of this stuff, believe it or not.
Say
But,
that now. You roll that with a
I
disadvantage,
didn't
my
see you
guy.
at Gen Con.
You know what? You should do that first before, because the Lysol will take all the flavor out of it, and then you can drink the shitty drink, right?
No,
Yeah,
you
that's-
gotta drink
Shitty
the shitty
drink first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
listen,
yeah.
goddammit, I decide what I drink first, okay?
You chase with the lemon. It's like
we
a.
came out to you in the alley, not you came to us.
No,
That's
I
right.
wasn't in the alley.
I know. I'm talking about when we come to you in Gen Con, we all pop out the alley like drink.
Oh, that's true. That's true. It's going to be like a robbery, and you're going to make me drink something. That's fair.
Just get a little table, some straws, just set it up in the alley. Nathan and I
body
can
shots.
just be like sipping and do
Fuck it. We'll have a whole
Body
collapsible
shots.
table.
in the alley doing body shots.
Listen, Matt's belly button can hold 6 ounces of liquor. I wouldn't freaking.
That's right.
Do that, okay?
Hey,
Hey,
That the booze has got a long. It's a long curved
I think I got like
trail. It's gonna
the
take.
5 ounces in there.
the right person to try.
Oh, Jesus. Thanks, man.
Oh.
now
Jesus.
thanks.
So, it's amazing. We went from talking about the gaming experience and how it enhances our lives and makes us happy to being at an alley, being forced to drink and out of belly buttons. This is really evolved.
So parents, don't let your kids play, because this is exactly what will happen. If you,
Yes, that's what happened.
Force you. It's just gonna be the implications.
This is what it leads
That's
to.
right.
Not the belly button
It's the
double shot.
implications.
Yep, Joy, it's the belly button double shot is now going to be apparently a thing. So we're just going to keep
Hey.
that.
Hi, Joy.
Hi, Joy.
Oh, you know Joy. Hey, Joy.
That's my wife.
That's your wife.
Oh, okay.
Well, Joy's going to be having some talking to you after this podcast, which is fine. Which is fine. So, listen, we are got like 6 or 7 minutes left, and I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to talk about this. We could do this all night, but we're going to give you the opportunity about what you guys are planning in the future for your podcast, like what games or RPGs are the gateway drug. It's true. What are you guys planning for the future? What are you thinking about doing? Like anything new, or like a game you want to start or end?
So we have a couple things. This past Sunday, we officially released our next miniseries. So like how you saw there was the Cyberpunk one.
Yeah.
We just released our first episode of our miniseries, which it is also Kuma being the GM for a Fate core system in the Eberron setting.
Ah, Eberron.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Eberron episode 1, New Beginnings, came out 4 days ago.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
it's a mini series that is a prequel to a large campaign that could happen after we're done with what we're running now.
Trying to do like another prequel idea. And then actually tomorrow, we did an interview with Cody Pondsmith, the son of Mike Pondsmith, who created Cyberpunk. We did a small little interview and demo of his game that came out in Gen Con called Shadowscar. So me, Dropkick, and Chappie talked to him, and then we actually played a little demo with him on it, and that is actually releasing tomorrow.
Oh, very cool.
Oh, wow. That's cool. That's very cool. What a good follow-up to Drinking Out of Belly Buttons. But
I mean, like, this is like us doing this is similar to like our Patreon, like Late Night Traffic. We have an after show per episode. And we had so our Patreon has hours and hours of content on it, and it is us kind of like talking, shooting shit. When it can sometimes be all about the episode, or sometimes we spin off and argue about food or argue about you get it. Anime, liquor, all types of things. And we got something Cockatrice 50/50, which is we intentionally get drunk and talk.
We mean like fucking drunk too.
The first one I was hammered and inaudible after the first 45 minutes of the recording.
It's true.
Cockatrice 50/50 is a made-up drink in our campaign, and it lives in big campaign as well. And it's just because Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah.
But because we're Clash
Mad Dog.
Because we're Clash of Crits, which is cock, our mascot is the Cockatrice, so we went with Cockatrice 50/50.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we played a live game once, and I'd retired from my old job, and I was briefly retired, and my whole theme was I was a hobo now, jumping the rails and this and that, drinking hot dog water. So I drank hot dog water.
Oh, nice.
So there's still some left. That was a fun episode.
Our first live, we did our very first live thing. We were so nervous that we drank.
Not
so
me.
much. We'd never done anything live. And that was, I told them afterwards, when we were done, we finally signed off. I was so drunk. I went out and laid back on the back deck staring at the sky. And I was like, everything was like spinning. And I was like, I'm just going to pass out here in the backyard. It was cold, right? It was really cold. I was like, and finally the dog came over and just licked me in the face. He's like, hey, you got to go inside, man. And I was like, okay. And that was it. That was so, and it wasn't anything nice. It was I literally drank an entire fifth of Captain Morgan's and then eggnog.
I was drinking beer and doing shots of this, and I got over halfway through the bottle. And I went downstairs. I was going to lay down, nope, that's not happening. So I went downstairs and just watched TV for 3.5 hours before I felt comfortable going to bed.
Our first Cockatrice 50/50, where we were all drinking and getting super drunk. The best part about it is that Psycho was our host, and we have the fall of Psycho. We have pictures of him just having a complete meltdown where he's just not functioning.
Oh yeah.
And as our host, that's running the mixer and everything.
It's a shit show.
It's a stream that never ends. You wake up in the morning, the stream is still going. He's passed out on
it was awesome.
People are still commenting. Is he dead? Is he, it's no. We wanted to do the Patreon. But we have canned shows, and for I made a joke 10 years from now I'll be dead, and the episodes we're recording now will be just coming out. That was a gag though, because we have so much stuff in the can that they came, Matt and Nathan, we came up with we're going to do some live stuff. Because the Patreon stuff is a great idea, coming in afterwards, having comments on your shows. I think that's amazing.
So get out there and join the Patreon.
Yeah, we should join the Patreon. Jesus, someday.
We got probably, I'd say we have over 100 hours of content per on our regular feed, on our main feeds, and then on our Patreon we have
and a full Patreon only campaign as well.
Yes, we do actually have a Patreon only campaign called Warcocks, where they are all they're warlocks that are stuck in a magic school, like a school full of wizards, but they're
gotcha.
warlocks.
And all three of us are
Okay.
pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Scumbags. We're scumbags.
All right. I thought for a second you said war cocks. I'm like, okay, this sounds interesting. Okay.
No, we did.
You know, you said war
He
cocks.
did,
It
yes.
was war
he did.
cocks. Oh my god, that's
War
awesome.
cocks, yeah.
That is perfect. That is perfect. I am a warcock. Okay, man, you can get in the back. Of the line.
Oh, there's Nathan chiming in.
I know Nathan
finally.
there. See Nathan. Here he goes.
Hey.
Was doing tech support for my.
Hey.
So Nathan right now is focused on your soundboard. That's what he's focused on. He's not listening to anything. He's like, look at that setup.
We'll
I
send
wonder
him
what
the
they're doing.
specs if, if he's nice.
I want to, but it is nice. I don't know what that all looks like. French to me. I don't know.
Is this is just real? And I'm not a tech person either, but is this your setup? Is this where you guys game?
Yeah, this
Is
is
this,
actually
is this
our,
where the magic happens?
Yeah, our studio. Yeah, it's a little set up differently for all four of us to be on one side, but like
Yeah.
we're across this table. Like I'm on one side and they're on the other. And
I get
yeah, this is our studio.
Yeah, but it's so
Awesome.
nice to see you guys on the same side for once. It's just together, unified.
Very rare.
I'm glad we were able to bring you together. And
You needed
there
it.
goes. Peace, love, and applesauce. No, it's peace, love, and bubblegum, Nathan. That's my line. But anyway, that's Nathan's. But anywho, so we are at the end. Yeah, we've done our hour. It's been very entertaining.
It goes
very
by
great
quick.
guest. It goes by quick, believe it or not. And all the stickers, by the way, Joy. Thank you. I don't know what that means, but they do. But
All this. These are
All
all
this,
stickers.
yeah.
those stickers.
Yeah.
God, I'm a terrible detective. Anyway.
If we had the AARPG ones.
We got to make some. We're
No, all I got is this.
Oh yeah.
We have
card and
buttons,
pen. Yeah.
take care of
We
Darcy.
have-
Thanks for joining
Yeah,
us.
we have the stickers. They'll be on here.
I promise you.
And I have the sticker too somewhere. I have the sticker. I got like two. Don't you have more than one kind of pen?
Yeah. One says I love cock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
That's
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Our cock. Yeah.
He showed. I've seen that when he came back from Gen Con. He showed. Hey, I got my pin.
your guys' logo, which is awesome. Right?
Yeah,
So
you
got the
guys do
logo.
have a
I
pretty
know we have
amazing
a light on.
logo.
But yeah, there you go.
It's made by Osakuma.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made it.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Oh, cool.
Good. You got.
We
some
didn't even
skills.
touch on that, and I think that when we've talked in person, and we'll have to have you guys on another time too, because like artwork, is it right? So you guys do a lot of your own artwork and stuff, right? For like these logos and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be seeing you all again.
Oh, for
All
sure.
right, we'll revisit this. So, in closing, to the class, these fine, what's the Fab Four here in front of us, the Clash of Crits.
You call us the Fat Four. It's okay. We get it.
Yeah, I did. Do you guys have anything you wish to say in closing?
Other than check us out, so we got
There we
hours
go.
of content.
Yeah.
Yes.
You will laugh.
You
It's
will laugh.
raunchy. It's funny. It is exactly what it needs to be.
Yeah. Just the right amount of horny.
Just the right amount of horny. Yes, that should be our
Patreon. Oh God, great! The right amount of horny. It could be sexual. It could be animal. Don't know. It
What?
could be both.
Find
You know,
out.
Sometimes they're sexy
Good, good.
animals.
Yeah, probably we're all sexy beasts at heart. Matt, do you have anything?
No, I just, you know what? Great talking to y'all again. It's awesome. And hope to talk to y'all soon in the future.
And thank
Either
you
on
for
the
having us.
podcast or an
Absolutely.
alley
Thank you.
somewhere.
Yeah, this has been awesome.
Yeah.
This will be ready in August.
I promise. you.
Nice.
We'll
All
do
right.
shots. We'll do shots with you. I promise.
I know. I'm looking forward to it. Really, I am. And on that bombshell, we will end tonight's broadcast. Good night, everybody.
Good
Night,
night.
y'all.
Right.